Okay, just a little bit of synthesizer patching here, folks. I'd recommend a book, one book from the 82. It's called The Complete Guide to Synthesizers by De Varahi, whoever De Varahi was. Nice guy, I think he was a sannyasin or something like that. But this is one of the best books I've ever been reading about synthesizer programming. It's very sophisticated, it's very well done, with many, many things you can do. Those days he did it on the ARP 2600. Many courses at American universities were running on the ARP 2600. Here it is. It's well explained. This is very meditative in a way, sannyasin, you know. It's not only technical, you get a deeper understanding of it. The other book, if you get one, you're very lucky. People are trying to pay me hundreds of bucks for this book. It's totally out of stock. The other one is by Peter Gorges, German, runs the Korg in Bremen. He founded Zoo and sold it, I don't know. He did this synthesizer program, and this book is very good because it's got this CD attached, and the synths they programmed is very nice to understand synthesis, and it's also running on a 64-bit program x86. You have to put it in there. Standalone, and everything is well described, and you get into synthesis, so very well recommended if you get it. It's also out of stock. So here we go with our Korg. I have a nice sound here. This sound is running right only from the Korg MS-20. It's only the MS-20 that's going on here. So what did I do? First of all, I put different patches here. The wheel output here, the green one, is going into cutoff frequency. So I can control the cutoff frequency. Like that, you will hear it later on when I put it on. Then I have some white noise controlling the external signal in. The white noise, as we all know, provides all frequencies possible. So it's a nice modulation source for this external signal in here. Then I have a clock going into the VCA in, and from the VCA out I'm going into trigger in, of course, to trigger this what's just going on, and which is provided by the white external signal in. And it sounds like this. Additionally, I have the sequencer up here, and channel A voltage out of the sequencer is going into VCO 1 and 2 to modulate or to do node on, to provide voltage for the VCO to do some tones. That can be managed by this row of knobs up here, who are limitlessly, I can put it up to the highest node or the lowest node. These are the knobs I can do some scaling with. So first of all, it sounds like this. That's only the MS-20 now, it's not the sequencer already. And then I can, only with this sound, I'll show you what you can do. If I go to envelope generator 2, I can change the sustain level, or the decay time, and the sustain level, or the attack time, of course, and the release. If this is too sharp for me, I go into the filters, take the low pass and the high pass. It goes into self-resonance at some places. So we have a tone now here from white noise. That's quite interesting. Go back to the low pass filter. Very low. It blows your speakers if you're not taking care of this. So what can I do? What else can I do? Envelope generator 1 makes the speed, astonishingly, the speed, yes. And also the attack time of the speed can be managed. It should be put down, yes. And the delay time. It's like a pulse now. Let's keep it like that. We keep it on a tempo like that. Next, of course, is cutoff frequency modulation and the modulation knob here. Play again with the filters. Here we go. This is cool. Ooh. More tempo. Change the attack. Okay, this is this. It's only by the MS-20 because I have this clock output going into the amp and the VCA is going into the trig-in and everything is going its way. But as soon as I adapt the sequencer up here, I hope you can see it. I can start it and the sequencer is attached to VCO 1 and 2 in, CV in. So it's giving this trigger to the VCO to provide some notes, yes, and the notes are controlled by this, as I told you. So I put it in there, and now this signal coming from the sequencer going into the VCO mixes up with this sequence that's running on the MS-20, and I can control both sequences, both frequencies of going up and down with the filters on the MS-20 and up here. So what I can do there is, and that's different from Cubase and this DAWs. I hate it in the DAWs. You have different tracks, and you can't say track number 1 is tempo 120 and the second one running MIDI is running at 115. It has something to do with the clock internally that they need a reference. But for composition, electronic composition, this is catastrophe. And with a system like this, you can do this. This one is running tempo 180, 200, and this one is some other tempo, and both sequences run together and make a sound like this. Here comes the second one. Off, on. Off, on. Now you get rhythmical stuff when I go out of tune here. So this polyrhythmic. Here we go. I leave it like this. So it's talking to itself now. Leave it alone. Maybe you can put it in like this. Or do like this. It's nice to play around. Just a few patches. Nice system. Have fun with it.